I've been making some new pieces. So I had a few days off social media because I was working on some new pieces. Some I'd started weeks ago and then hadn't got to finish because I was making orders. Some I just felt really inspired by the fabric, by the colour, and just plucked out some fabrics to have a go at and have a look and see how I could do some new pieces, some new shapes, some new drapery, that kind of thing. I also had a bit of a catastrophe because I had these plastic containers full of fabric and wool and all sorts of stuff, and they actually fell. They fell down they were stacked right up to the top there, and they fell into the middle of the floor. So I've also been thinking just lately about the store, well, about the shop. It's starting to look a bit cluttered and a bit messy. I like it to look like a real kind of menagerie. It's starting to look a bit of a mess. I mean, this corner here is just, it's an absolute disaster. Because I would like to expand my workspace here out, because I do have this industrial machine which I'd like to put towards the wall, the back of the wall. So yeah, I'm thinking about what I can do now that the weather's getting better and we can sort of be in and out with lengths of wood and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm going to be doing some photography of the new pieces so that I can put them on the stores, because the mistake that I always make is I make a piece and then I show it before it goes on the store. And I think I kind of miss a trick there. What I should do really is make sure it's on the store first, so that people can go directly from my social media to the store. So I've got my backdrop and I've got my camera, and away I go. I'm so grateful for the better weather, because it's now 20 past 5 and it's still brilliant sunshine outside, so I get loads of really good light inside the shop. couldn't resist trying this on. Beautiful kimono coat. Absolutely gorgeous. So now I'm going to have a tidy up. Actually, I've just realised how lovely those pleated shoulders are. They're really quite effective. Look better in a plain fabric, actually, a block colour, but that's for another day. I didn't get a chance to photograph everything that I've made because the battery has run low on my camera, so I'm gonna have to charge it at home tonight and photograph the rest tomorrow. But I do have an awful lot of vintage as well that I need to photograph, so I'll do a separate video for those. So I've got about 4 more to photograph, so these are 2 of them. I'm absolutely not complaining, but it is mad when you're like a one-man band, when you're a sole trader and you have to do everything yourself. So obviously I do the making, I do the designing, I run all the stores, I have to photograph everything, edit all the photos, write all the descriptions, all that kind of thing, and it is a lot of work for one person. Sometimes I get really frustrated because I think that I'm not getting enough done, and there just never seems like there's enough hours in the day, but you just do what you can. And sometimes it gets me down when I don't seem to be kind of like progressing as quick through the week as I want to. But you know, I have to remember that like I say, I make everything, and the design process is the most important thing, because if I don't get the design right and I don't make the things to my standard, then obviously there's no point in photographing them and no point in selling them. So it's always a balance. I also finally got around to redoing my mannequin's face, the eyes and the lips, which is actually my logo on the website. And yeah, she looks much more Burbo now. I need to remerch there, and I need to remerch this as well because this is looking really tired. And here's all the new vintage, so much of it. I am thinking actually about getting a stall or a stand because I've got so much vintage. And it's true vintage, so it doesn't seem to sell very much on my Depop store, because I don't think people really realise how precious true vintage is. So it's like this 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s and 80s that I've got, and I've got all this here and all this here, and there's just so much of it, and it doesn't really sell on Depop. So I'm thinking about getting a stand or a stall or something, maybe just on a Saturday. So thank you for keeping me company while I've been photographing today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you can, and leave me a comment if there's anything that you like there. I'm off home now because I'm starving hungry. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.